We begin on Bull Shoals Lake in Arkansas on July 15th, 1993. David and Judy Evanson and their 3 children were inexperienced boaters, but they had planned to spend a pleasant day out in the flat-bottom pontoon boat they had rented.
We had stopped a few places to swim right on the shoreline. The kids, they had a real good time. Then we decided, well, we better get back.
As we were going along the lake, I was thinking it was absolute paradise. I mean, it was so gorgeous. The day was beautiful. I said to Mark, why don't you go up there and sit next to Daddy? Never realizing there was any danger.
Out for you. Okay, come on. But I said, just be careful, be careful. Don't lean forward too much.
6-year-old Mark's sister Lori and her friend were also along on the outing.
We were going at a good speed. Not really fast, but pretty fast.
Mark was just laughing, really having a good time.
I'd put the engine in neutral. I'm thinking he's got a life vest on, he should come to the surface.
Where is he? Where is he?
But he wasn't there.
And then I looked down and I saw his 2 really, really pale legs just coming right out of the back.
When we continue.
I was thinking, he shouldn't have fallen off. I should have been holding his arm. It felt to me like I had killed my son.
When 6-year-old Mark Evanson fell off the boat that he was riding on with his family, they found him trapped near the propeller, just below the surface of the water.
His life jacket was caught in the propeller. I was so hysterical. I just started yanking, pulling as hard as I could.
I was trying to undo the buckles, but it was just wrapped to his body as tight as it could be.
I was thinking, he shouldn't have fallen off. I should have been holding his arm. It felt to me like I had killed my son.
Shelley Meyer and her niece happened to be out on the same part of the lake that afternoon.
We passed by a pontoon boat and noticed they were waving, but that's very typical. Boaters always wave back and forth. So we waved back, actually, and kept going.
I could see his face 2-3 feet underwater. I felt absolute terror that we weren't going to be able to get him up. If Mark died, I think I would have gone insane.
We were in a very remote area, and we weren't familiar with this part of the lake. On the second time past the pontoon boat, we realized that maybe they weren't just waving.
He's stuck in the propeller.
Finally, we understood what they were saying. I knew that before you approach a boat, you ask if the key is out of the motor, so that there isn't a chance for the motor starting up. I couldn't see much of anything, but I knew the life jacket styles, so I knew kind of where to reach or what I wanted to do.
He starts sinking. I got a good look at him. and his lips were just blue.
I thought he's dead, he's gone. That's it. Now what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? He's just a sweet little boy and he's gone.
Vacationers Chuck Burmis and his wife noticed something was wrong.
I radioed in the marina and told them that it looked like we had a potential drowning.
Missouri Water Patrolman Michael Cochran headed to the scene.
When I have a person ran over by a propeller, I've only had 2 survive in 22 years. So I just automatically assumed the worst.
The minute I got him out of his life jacket, the extent of his injuries really became visible. His arm was barely attached and his stomach was lacerated several times, quite deep. The first thing I did was to feel for his pulse, and when I didn't feel that, I just started in with the CPR steps. I think I did about 6 rounds of CPR when I first felt the pulse, and he was starting to cough.
Come on, let's roll him over.
He was gurgling a lot, but he wasn't conscious at all.
Water Patrol, Missouri Water Patrol. What do you?
I didn't want to move him because I didn't know if maybe the propeller had severed some ribs, and a slight movement could have put a rib into the lung or something. So I tore the jacket off the propeller, and I told Chuck to take off. We probably moved, maybe a couple hundred yards, and the boy just quit breathing again. He still had a pulse going. I probably gave him, could have been 15 breaths, and he starts breathing on his own.
Rescue units, including an Ozark County ambulance, were waiting at the marina.
I can see Mark thrashing and screaming. And I'm thinking, do I get to say goodbye to him? Are they even going to pause for me? But they didn't. They put him in the helicopter and it took off.
Six-year-old Mark Evanson was taken to Arkansas Children's Hospital, where he was treated by a trauma team, including surgeon Charles Wagner.
He had a fracture of the right arm, bruises and contusions on the left chest, and injury to his liver and spleen. But kids in general are tough. They respond very well to injuries if you do your job.
Early the next morning, Mark regained consciousness. Mark underwent surgery to repair his badly damaged right arm, but his liver and spleen have healed on their own.
Mark is just fine now. He's wonderful. He's back to normal. But it was a long road.
He's a fun-loving kid. He'll give you kisses and hugs. He loves telling knock-knock jokes. One day we were just talking, and I just thought about it, and I go, what if he wasn't here? The void that it would have left would have been terrible.
I found a pontoon boat. I heard a little splash. And then I went to sleep.
Mark's mom sent a letter and a picture of him. I was just amazed. If you saw Mark's school picture, I mean, he's so cute. I just felt like you saw so much in his smile. I feel very honored that I was part of this team that helped save Mark's life, and I think there will always be a connection with him.
Thank God Shelley was there when we needed her. Mark is here with us. They gave him back to me.
When Ivy King moved from South America to Brooklyn, New York, she worked hard to realize her dream of buying a house big enough for her large family to live in together. 15 years later, on the evening of June 11th, 1994, she was still living in her dream house with a grown son, 4 grown daughters, and their families including 28-year-old Carmel.
This has been my home for years. You get attached. It's a part of you. That's like your comfort zone.
This would be enough for now. How many potatoes you want in there? Like 3.
Ivy was in the kitchen on the first floor.
I saw the smoke start gushing from the bedroom. And I just shouted and I said, fire, fire, fire.
The smoke was black. I mean, black smoke just gushing out of the room, so I knew it was serious.
Diane, she was the favorite in the family. She was born mentally retarded. She would take care of the kids love her.
I picked up the phone and I dialed 911.
Police operator 2338, where's your emergency?
Noella, there's a fire downstairs.
Fire?
Yes, come on, y'all, come on, fire downstairs.
Wake up the house, get the fire. Okay.
Diane was standing in front of my bedroom door, and I said to her, go outside.
Noella, y'all, come on, Noella, come on now, come on.
Between the time we realized the fire started and by the time we got out of the house, the whole house was just on fire.
When we continue,
We realized that Diane was missing.
I thought, oh my God, she's gonna die, because at that point, the fire had consumed the whole house.
"16-year-old Noella is one of the oldest of Ivy's grandchildren.
I thought everybody was outside. But then we started looking around. That's when we realized that Diane was missing.
She wasn't outside, so she had to be in the house. And I thought, oh my God, she's gonna die, because at that point, the fire had consumed the whole house. I felt guilty. I felt that I should have made sure that she came out of the house.
Within 4 minutes of the call, the first New York City fire units arrived, including 11-year veteran Richard Palmer.
A woman let us know that somebody was in back, trapped in the parlor floor. I didn't have many options as to how to get to the building. I had to go through another building to get there.
3-5 Victor, I have a major bond for you. Eastern Park.
St. Mary's Hospital ambulance paramedic Denise King was also dispatched to the scene.
We got a call for a burn. They didn't give us the location. They just said Eastern Parkway, New York Avenue. I told my partner, I said, oh, that's where my family lived.
There was a side door. I had to force it with a Halligan tool. It was zero visibility, pretty hot. Most of the parlor floor was involved in fire.
It was just so much smoke and fire through the whole house. I didn't think it was possible for her to survive all that.
99% of the times you crawl around a fire, you see nothing. You go 100% by touch. The most important part is to keep a mental track of where you are in the room in regard to getting out. When I entered the kitchen area, the fire was very close. Actually, it was probably starting to come into the kitchen itself. I started going towards the rear, towards where the window I had broken, and probably 10 or 12 feet back, I found Miss King.
Did it come up?
The job came up on the computer.
Yeah, it came up. It's 295 New York Avenue.
Oh God, that's my family house. And I said, that's my mom's house. I got very nervous at that point.
I couldn't go back, bring her out the way I had come in. There was a fence involved and too many stairs.
132 over here to 280.
I couldn't really determine if she was breathing. I checked for her pulse. She had a pulse. The fire had pretty much been knocked down by the engine.
Okay, bring her right out to the front.
We took her up and back out through the fire building.
Got it, Dennis, got him.
It didn't even appear as though she was breathing, so I just knew she was dead.
New York City police officer Marty Polino was also on the scene.
His mother was hysterical crying. We were like trying to hold everybody back, trying to make room for EMS to respond.
Denise's partner, paramedic MD David Colborn, had worked with her for 4 years.
Denise is very cool, very collected. She's a very good paramedic. Very much so in control of herself, usually.
I saw my sister on the sidewalk.
Oh my God, I can't do this. Oh no.
I said, you know, Denise, we need you now. You know, your sister needs you.
I remember saying, okay, and I wasn't nervous anymore. I was just handling the call like, you know, I would normally handle a call. It was still my sister, but this is my job. I'm going to do my job and do the best I can.
Daddy's. I don't think I could have done it. She was very brave.
Her respirations were suppressed. She was covered in soot. Her hair was burned.
As we get her to the ambulance, her respiratory rate ceased.
Was she breathing at all when you got there?
She was very combative. We restrained her and we attempted intubation, but she pulled the tube out and we just continued to bag. It was very hard being calm, very hard. I was spraying the whole time.
Okay, we got a 29-year-old.
Diane was taken to the trauma center at Kings County Hospital, where emergency physician Richard Sinnert took over her care.
She was found unconscious, unresponsive.
When she arrived, she was quite disoriented, but her vital signs were stable, and she was breathing at a normal rate.
Can I speak to the director of the hyperbaric chamber at Bronx Municipal?
We did tests, and it showed that she had a significant carbon monoxide poisoning. We needed to effect a treatment rather quickly.
Diane was transferred to Bronx Municipal Hospital, where she was put in a hyperbaric chamber to lower the dangerous levels of carbon monoxide in her blood.
Okay, 60 feet, you're on bottom.
She was hospitalized for 7 weeks. 5 months later, 30-year-old Diane King is doing well. The family lost everything they owned, but not their strength to continue.
I think they have a hard road ahead of them, but I think that because of the natural dynamics that they have and the love that they have for each other, they'll be able to do very well in the future, even though this minor setback has taken place for them.
Denise did an excellent job. She composed herself and did what she had to do. And given the circumstances, she did very well. I am proud.
The hero to me in the story is firefighter Palmer, because he ran into the burning building and saved my sister's life. He's the hero. I can't thank him enough.
And they said they wouldn't give him a citation. I think he deserved it. He deserved it. He risked his life to save my daughter.
It was subsequently determined that the fire was caused by a short in the electrical wiring.
The house and the stuff in the house is material. We could always replace that. So the best part was that Diane turned out okay and everybody was alive.
Around 9:30 on the morning of January 24th, 1992, in the community of Victorville, California, customers and employees at a local shopping mall were going about their business, completely unaware of what was about to unfold.
This is something that doesn't normally happen up here. Bank robberies were just not something that occurred in the high desert.
This is a robbery! Everybody down! We got 4 minutes!
What's your emergency?
The bank's being robbed on 7th. They just walked in the door with guns.
San Bernardino Sheriff's Dispatcher Linda Samples took the call.
She was calling from a phone located right by the bank.
Okay, so how many of them were there?
There were 3 gentlemen with black hoods and guns. They're driving a white older van.
This lady was excellent. She was just telling me as she saw it.
Stay on the phone with me, okay?
Did they have machine guns?
Machine guns?
Yes.
Everybody get down!
I could hear one of the tellers saying, I can't open the vault, I don't have the key.
Customer Lori Van Emmerich was hiding in an office.
They started yelling, who's got the key? Get out here right now or we're going to start blowing people's heads off. I thought for sure that we were all going to die.
Let's go!
Okay, just a minute.
Victorville City units, 211 in progress.
Sheriff's Dispatcher Donna Haggerty immediately notified all units in the area.
It's scary when you hear machine guns and you think something's going to happen. That your heart skips a beat and you kind of hold your breath while you read the call just to see what it is.
When we continue.
It happened so fast. I didn't really have time to get scared. I just had time to react to it.
Paul 3197, west side of the bank. 17 Paul 3, copy.
Deputy Whitcomb was close to the area at the time.
Van parked on the north side. Doesn't appear to be occupied.
Okay, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay, keep me advised of what's going on, what you see.
Okay, I see a police car here. He parked right in front of my car.
Okay.
He's getting out of his car right now. There's people running out of the bank, and they're leaving right now.
Who is?
The
robbers?
The robbers are leaving. The 70 and your police officer is right behind him. Paul 310-9. Shots fired.
It happened so fast. I didn't really have time to get scared. I just had time to react to it. Then, as the van was taking off, they opened fire on me again.
17 Paul 3, shots fired. Vehicle southbound towards center.
I'd never heard a unit say shots fired before. It was scary.
They couldn't get the van door closed, and a big green army duffel bag came flying out of the van and just rolled away. When they pulled in behind the department store, I thought, here we go again. They're going to start cranking rounds off at me again. I was going to start firing on them to stop them because they were just too dangerous. But there were cars between me and the crooks, so I couldn't try to stop them further with using my shotgun.
17 Paul 4, they're getting into 2 vehicles.
Deputy Carol Best was the first backup to arrive.
Carol headed towards 7th Street.
I just thought, oh man, this is for real. But something takes over. It's like, you're not getting away from me no matter what.
Deputy Trask came screaming in right behind the white Camry.
I was getting ready to take them out of the car, and they panicked and drove over the grass and then off the curb. And I sped up and joined back into the pursuit.
Some ladies had gone and picked up this duffel bag. They said, "Here, it's money." And it was very heavy.
Deputy Lisa Trask had only been on patrol for 4 months.
We're all in a line, kind of like a parade. It was a bad guy, and then Carol, and then a bad guy, and then Randy, and then me.
Shots fired.
I heard shots fired. I didn't know which vehicle was shooting at who. That was hard, not knowing what was going on.
Some more shots fired.
we were still right there, and they could see that we weren't going to go away. But it's against our department policy to fire from a moving vehicle.
Southbound at Palmdale.
Automatic weapon out the sunroof.
I had assumed they were both going to get on the freeway at that point.
Two that I can see in the vehicle. 17 Paul 4, you're behind Camaro on Palmdale towards 395, two in the vehicle.
You've got two different vehicles, two different pursuits. A lot of units were offering to assist, units paralleling the freeway, but Carol Best was out there by herself.
Shots fired! We're in the number 1 lane southbound. We're going at 110. He's going to number 2 lane. He will be coming up on the Bear Valley exit shortly.
I had it floored. The car was going as fast as it could. And they were pulling away.
Near 3-2, we're just coming up upon Bear Valley. Doesn't appear they're going to be getting off. We're still...
Deputy Randy Gerwig was right behind the white car.
They just went to the 15. I just see a bunch of dirt. U-turn on I-15.
All of a sudden, their car is on the shoulder facing a fence, a chain link fence. By the time I cross the freeway, they're running to get to the mobile home park.
They're starting to slow down. They're pulling off to the side. They're pulling off. Negative, now they're getting back on. Paul 4, did the vehicle pull over?
There was no answer. I don't know what to think. She was out there with these people with machine guns. I didn't know what was going on.
17 Paul 4, is the vehicle pulled over?
The car started to slow down. I didn't know if they were trying to bait me up to them, so I just kind of eased off a little bit and was kind of watching what they were doing. And they just gave up. I don't know what made them do it, but they just gave up. Real shortly thereafter, after they pulled off the side of the road, Deputy Woodrum showed up, and then it seemed like there was 50 people there all of a sudden.
17 Paul 4, code 4, 2 in custody. 17 Paul 4, copy. 2 in custody, you're code 4.
It was a relief, but at the same time, there were still the other ones in the mobile home park.
2 subjects fled on foot. So far, we're unable to locate them.
California Highway Patrolman Steve Barnard had also been in the area.
I saw him coming out of the trailer park and running southbound onto the frontage road.
Stand up, hands in the air.
Victorville City Units information, Highway Patrol has one at gunpoint in the dirt parking lot next to the trailer park.
19 X-ray. 36, I'm in foot pursuit of 1. He's eastbound, just north of Sequoia.
He tried to act like he was just some guy out jogging. As soon as he saw me, he stopped and tried to act like, hey, what's wrong? But he knew he'd been had.
All perimeter personnel on Mariposa. All suspects are in custody. You can disband and meet back to the car. Good job.
It's amazing with all the rounds that were fired that a stray bullet didn't hit someone in a store or hit someone driving along, especially on the freeway and all the business fronts down there. It was just incredibly lucky.
All 4 suspects were from out of town and had multiple priors. They were subsequently found guilty of armed robbery and each sentenced to more than 20 years in prison.
It's an insult to us to be considered Victorville is Hooterville, because the law enforcement coverage up here is just as good, if not better, than a lot of police forces. I wouldn't work anywhere else.
The biggest reason they got caught was because of sharp, aware citizen and the fact that our people in our dispatch center worked very fast.
It just happened so fast.
Those 2 female deputies, they do the job as well or better than male partners that I've had I mean, they're both, first rate. You need a backup, but they're going to be there when you need them.
The scariest part of it probably was when I realized that there was nobody else behind me. It was just me and them. That was it. I'm real proud of the way it turned out.
We have a very good team at the Victorville City Station where we have a good mix of female and male deputies, and we all work well together. I think it says something for women in modern law enforcement now. They're part of the team.
All the medical skills available can't help save a life if rescuers aren't able to get to their victim. Shortly after 12 noon on March 28, 1994, emergency workers in Denton, Texas received just such a call.
Okay, County 911. Oh, you gotta hurry up. I'm back in my house. What's happening? I think I'm having an allergic reaction to some antibiotics. Okay, stay on the phone with me. Just a moment. Okay.
Sheriff's dispatcher Karen Loader took the call.
Hang on.
Okay, 168
Hilltop Road.
Okay.
Allergic reaction. You still there?
Unit, stand by for stage.
The line went dead. When there's a severe allergic reaction, death can be the result if help is not obtained quickly.
When we continue.
Okay, how old are you?
My main concern was that her mom could be dying and that she would be alone in the house. My immediate reaction, once I got an ambulance on the way, was to attempt to reestablish contact with my caller. I was dialing the phone when another 911 line came in.
County 911.
Yeah. Mama's sick.
Okay, are you at 168 Hilltop?
Yeah.
Okay, is your mama's name Patricia Thrash?
I now knew that my caller was not alone in the house, that at least there was a child there.
An ambulance on the way. Is mommy breathing?
No.
She's not?
You put it in her pants.
Huh?
You put it in her pants.
Okay, how old are you?
3.
3? Are you there by yourself?
Yeah.
There's nobody else there, just you and Mom?
My main concern for this child was that her mom could be dying and that she would be alone in the house, because with an allergic reaction, you don't have a whole lot of time.
Dad too.
Okay, where is he?
He's at work.
Okay. What's his name?
Mike.
Mike Thrash?
Yeah.
Do you know where he works?
He works at his church.
At his church? Is he a preacher?
No. He's a dad.
He's a dad?
We have a 3-year-old child on the phone. The mother is not breathing.
Sheriff's deputy Andy Formicella was on patrol when the call came in.
The area where I was dispatched to is semi-rural. The numbers on mailboxes are supposed to run in a specific order, but often they do not. Numbers have been changed, or they just have not put the number on the box at all. So we have a great deal of trouble finding locations out there.
What's your name?
My mom calls me Allie.
Allie? Where is Mommy?
What, they're sleeping?
Huh?
She's in here sleeping on her pillow.
Okay, is she in bed?
No, she's sleeping on the floor like a little pig.
When she described the breathing as Mom was laying there like a little pig, I had to go on the assumption that her breathing was very labored, and I felt my own heart jump.
Can you hand the phone to Mommy?
Mommy didn't feel good.
Can the phone reach her?
No. When someone's sick, you call 911.
Allie, I need to talk to Mommy.
She already called you.
Yeah, I know. But I need to talk to her some more.
I was concerned that perhaps her mother was at that point not breathing.
Denton fire paramedic Don Lauer and his partners had been dispatched to the scene.
We haven't yet found 168B. Can you give us any other landmarks?
Knowing that each minute that ticked by could be critical for this patient.
I became very impatient because I could not find this address, and Hilltop Road is about 5 miles long.
I don't know where we are.
We knew we were close, but close doesn't count.
Can you tell me what color your house is, Allie? What color is your house?
Blue and white. Miss Karen asked me what color my house was. I told her it was blue and white.
You live in a house or in a trailer, Allie?
In a house.
In a house, okay.
I was hoping that Allie could give me some sort of a landmark, a building, a fence line, almost anything that could give my deputies and the fire department personnel in the area something to aim for.
What color is Mommy's car?
Red.
Red? Are you where you can see outside?
Outside. The car's outside.
The car's outside? There's a red car outside.
No.
Okay.
The cow is outside.
The cow?
Yes.
Do you have a cow?
I don't have a cow.
But you see cows outside? Huh?
There's one cow. There's one cow.
Hearing that there was just cows when she looked out her window, I was ready to just throw my hands in the air and hope for a psychic to appear.
Can you hear anything? Can you hear any sirens?
No.
No?
I'm going to tell my mom I called the doctor.
Well, that's real good, honey. We'll tell Mommy in a little bit, okay? We're trying to get some help there, but I can't really tell where you are.
I'm at home.
Okay.
I saw the red car in the driveway and shouted down to the EMS personnel that this was probably the house.
This house over here. Sheriff's Department.
Is there anyone there at your house? There is? No, not by. Just go open the door, honey. She's coming. She's coming.
It's there. My mama said.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up these officers.
They're in the house.
When I heard the deputy's voice and the paramedics come in the house and heard them calling Mrs. Thrash, I was just so relieved.
Within 16 minutes of the initial call for help, the rescue workers arrived on the scene.
She was red from head to toe, and her breathing was shallow.
Have you taken some drugs?
When a person is in anaphylactic shock, they can go from life to a death situation very rapidly.
All right, let's get some high flow oxygen on her. 15 liters.
We had asked her if she had been bitten by an insect, and the one word she was able to utter to us was Keflex. And that told us right away it was an antibiotic type drug that she was prescribed.
While Deputy Formicellis stayed with Allie, paramedics radioed Denton Regional Medical Center, where emergency physician Randy Parks was on duty.
Medical control. When the paramedics encountered this patient, she appeared very ill and likely not to survive.
So respirations are 16 and shallow.
I think that this case would have resulted in a fatality for the mother if the child had not called 911.
36-year-old Lynn Thrash was treated at the hospital and released that same day.
What's that
Spider-Man.
No, give me a kiss.
Lynn will always be indebted to her 3-year-old daughter, Allie.
First thing I did when I saw Allie was give her a huge hug and kiss and just praised her and thanked her and told her how proud I was of her and that because of her, Mama was alive.
How about Eskimo kiss? You want an Eskimo kiss?
Yeah.
I'll give you an Eskimo kiss.
I just don't have words for how wonderful I feel about what she did.
We was camping one
Look at Jason right there.
My mama's so proud of me.
That's fine.
Mama said, thank you for saving my life. Where's this Bernie? I love my mommy and I'm glad she's okay.
Oh no, what do I do?
Let's get my money.
Your turn.
Lynn's husband, Mike, is also very grateful.
I just want to thank all the people that helped to find my house, the officers that were there, the ambulance people that was there, and of course the 911 operator. She was great.
No, this way.
I couldn't believe she kept Allie on the phone for over 20 minutes, but it worked out for the best.
The reason the rescue workers had so much trouble finding the Thrash family's house was that it had a different address on it.
Everyone needs to be aware of the fact that their home and their mailbox need to be numbered, their name needs to be on their mailbox, the number needs to be on the house.
1, 2, 3, go under.
All right, buddy, give me a hug. She did something that was just really great, something that you really don't expect out of a 3-year-old.
Are you gonna hug your breath?
I'm about the proudest dad in the whole world of a little girl that I love very much.
Smart. Because I got 911.
Mr. Shapiro, step out of the car, please.